Hello, 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 and welcome in. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me here on the Fearless Friday. If you're watching me here on Fearless Friday, go ahead and drop down a Fearless Friday in the comments. I also want to know, who am I talking to before I share who I am. So share with me how many years, if you're in the paparazzi accessories business and you're a paparazzi accessories consultant, how many years or months or days or weeks have you been in the business? Drop that in the comments down there. As you can see here, I will be talking about time management, and my name is Christy Farmer, and I am of Cuter Than Most Accessories. I have been doing that for it'll be 12 years in May that I have been a paparazzi independent consultant. So my consultant number is 6442. That's it. There's no other numbers after 6442. I call into customer service and they like do a pause and I'm waiting for the rest. I'm like, that's it. It's only 4 numbers. When I started this business, there were 5,442 consultants who had ever started this business before me. And I found it because I did a Google search where I searched on Google ways to make an extra $1,000 a month. And I found this on a stay-at-home mom's website. And at the time, I had no desire to be a stay-at-home mom. And that's basically what I am now. I'm more like a work-from-home mom because I'm here and I'm working my business. And after doing the business for some years, I was able to do it full-time. So I've been a paparazzi independent consultant for 5 school years because I was a teacher. Then I was a coach of teachers, and then I was an assistant principal. And when my business started doing better than my assistant principal job, I said, if I can do this and be successful at it while I'm working a full-time job, I'm confident that I could do even better and touch even more lives and change even more women's lives if I was doing this full-time. So I have been doing it full-time for 5 years. And so I have hit the rank of Maven A-lister. My highest LOP has been platinum. And what else can I share with you about my journey? So my team, my downline over my 12 years in business has reached over, let's see, what is that number? I think the last time I checked, we may have hit 200,000. I don't even check the number anymore. I can definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, say my team has reached over 100,000 consultants, and we've reached over 30 levels. Okay, so 30 levels down, over 100,000 abroad, and that includes 6 and 7 figure earners. I have been a bling boss, so a 6-figure earner by commission for 3 years, and then a 6-figure earner just in general 4 years. And I think that's enough background for me. So if there are anybody in my downline, drop a number 2 in the comments if you know that I am part of your upline. And my upline starts, there's the founders, then there's Taylor Kirby, then there's Robin Frank, and then there's me, and then there's the rest of my amazing team of consultants. So I'm sharing all that to say that I know what I know. And so as far as my family is concerned, I have a husband. I have 3 children. I have 2 16-year-olds, one that I birthed and one that's a bonus baby. And I have a 3-year-old. And so I manage all that through time management. So this is why I'm going to come in here and share with you my method of doing time management. Now, there's so many other ways to do time management, but this has worked for me. I have literally done this since I was an elementary teacher. And I have done this as a full-time business owner. I've done this as an assistant principal. And I do this every time my life feels like it's not under control, at least what under control looks like for me. Every time I start to feel like that, I go back to this method. So I'm going to show you 2 ways you could do this method for those of you who like electronically. And I haven't determined if I'm going to share this with you electronically. You can create yourself electronically in Canva, but there's no excuse for I don't have time. I don't have Canva. I don't know how to use technology because what is this? Can you see? It is a plain sheet of paper. Copy cheap paper. And I'm going to tell you why this is how I used to do my time management, with a plain piece of paper. How I used to do this is because we had staff meetings. All right. So if you have staff meetings, you know, those long, now a lot of staff meetings will happen on Teams or on Zoom or on Google Duo or whatever Google program, Google, is it called Google Teams on Google? I don't know, but they'll take place online. Well, if that's for you, that's lucky, because right now I'm online and I have a table and pencil right here. So I could be paying attention to this meeting and shaking my head and smiling and doing my whole schedule and nobody will even know. But I used to do this in staff meetings as a teacher, because we had staff meetings every week, and it's one of those things where you could just send an email or, and I didn't send it back. I still sat in the front and I still did this, right? I used to always bring work, and they say, don't bring work but the way that I learn, my learning style, my learning method is if I'm looking straight at you, baby, I'm not paying any attention. I am thinking about all the things I need to do, and I'm running those things over my head over and over again because I can't write right now because whoever I'm presenting to thinks it's disrespectful for me not to be making eye contact and look at them. But I actually pay more attention if you let me do what I need to do. I think it calls, there's 3 types of learners, like an A, B, C, D, or whatever. I think in this test, I think I'm like a D learner, where I need to know in the very beginning of any training what the training is going to be about. Like, give me the bullet points so I know when I need to pay attention and when I don't need to pay attention because it doesn't apply to me. So at the beginning of the meeting, you're going to get all my attention. So because a good speaker is going to tell you what they're going to talk about. And so I'm like, okay, I need that point. I need that point. Well, I'm going to do my schedule and manage my time through this. Now, over the years, during the pandemic, I got a 3-year-old, right? So she was created before the pandemic, born during the pandemic. And so she's not a pandemic baby. To me, pandemic babies are ones who were created during the pandemic. I like to throw it out there that my baby was created before the pandemic. She was born during the pandemic. So, I hired an assistant. So I had an assistant that would come into my office, and she would be like, your alarms go off all day. And I'm like, yes, because I have alarms that go off all day to remind me of what I put down on these paper and what would be transferred to my notebook. And so in my clock, I have alarms that go off all day long of reminders of some things. Like every single day, there's certain things that happen every single day for me. So Monday through Friday is going to be set. This alarm go off, like new releases. Okay. Then there's things for my kids, like I know I have to pick my daughter up from track practice every day at 5:00, but I'll get into something like truly focus, like changing my life. This is going to be what's going to make me a millionaire, and I'll totally lose track. But the alarm goes off. 15 minutes, time to pick her. And I have alarms that go off like 15 minutes. And even though it starts in 15 minutes, I will still set an alarm for 5 minutes. And another alarm that goes off exactly when it's supposed to start. Because 5 minutes from when I got to do something, my mind has gone on and I've totally forgotten. All right. So if you're that person, use this $1,000 phone that some of you may still be making payments on, and set your clock to go off. Don't trust your brain. You're a mom, you're a wife, you're a grandmother, you're an auntie, you're an employee, you're a boss. You have all these things you're responsible for keeping track of. I know you think you got it all together, but if you find yourself apologizing for missing Zoom appointments, for missing doctor's appointments, for making the call, I put things in. If I say I'm going to call you tomorrow, or they say, you know what, follow up with me next week, guess what goes to my phone? Follow up with that person on next week for this. And the alarm is going to go off the day before to remind me tomorrow I need to follow up with the person. And then I have it in my Google Calendar as well. So when I wake up every morning, my Google Calendar, I get an email telling me what my day is. It's a reminder of your day. Okay. So like even this, all right, this that I had to do for Fearless Friday, excuse me, Andrea. Yeah, Andrea. See, there's like on my team and my sideline sisters, there's Andrea, and there another way to say it. So I try not to say, I say Miss Hutchinson because I can't mess that up, right? So thank you, Miss Hutchinson, for having me in here. And then there's Andrea Harrison. So I like, okay, is it the Hutchinson or is it the Harrison? So this is what happens when you have a huge team, and then on top of your team, you have amazing sideline sisters who are your business besties. That I just thanks, Ms. Hutchinson, for having me in here and allowing me to share with your followers, your team, my time management. So let's jump into it. All right, that's a little bit about me and the time management. Paper. You know what I do with this paper? I fold it in 4s. And she gives me 45 minutes. I don't think it's going to take me 45 minutes. This might be the quickest training we've had on Fearless Friday. All right. And I fold it again because I believe, and this is just based on my life experience, and I do this training for people in, like outside of paparazzi and all great things for a lot of different areas. Okay. For a lot of different women's groups and things like that. So I fold it in 4. See, this doesn't require anything special. You got something at home right now that you need to throw away and the back is clear, take it, fold it. You can be at a doctor's office and ask them, hey, you got a plain piece of paper? Because like they're taking too long and you don't know what your schedule is for the rest of the week, or you feel like, oh, I'm so overwhelmed. When you're sitting in the doctor's office and they tell you to be there 30 minutes ahead of time, and you've been there an hour and they still ain't called you back, ask them for a piece of paper. That's the least they can do for you being on time. Give you a piece of paper and you write on it. You take it in 4, all right? In these 4 sections, you write the 4 areas of your life. Now, for me, it is first me. Everybody needs a me section. I'm going to draw 4 lines down these creases so y'all can see them. So I'm writing this now. And I could have done a little whiteboard, so I could have done this where y'all could see it. All right. Did they give that option to me here? They might. Let's see. Share screen, slides, video file, slides. No. Okay. They don't give me that option on here. So it's okay. But I am going to share my screen in a minute. So I have me, all the things that I need to do for me. Then I have my family. Those are all the things I need to do for all the members of my family. And then the third box is my business. And then my 4th box is my team. Okay. Now, if you don't have a team, there's probably a 4th area in your life that may not fit into me, your family, your business, and then whatever 4th area that doesn't for you fit into this one of these categories. Me, I don't put my business and team together because I have a large team and I need to do separate things for my personal business 80% of my time and my team 20% of the time. Okay. So me, what are the things that I need to do for me? And you guys can drop these in the comments. What are some things that you need to do? It's a great time for you to think about it. You can go ahead and get your piece of paper, fold it into 4s while you're watching, especially if you're catching a replay. Me, what are some things you have to do for you? Some things I have to do for me and this is on a daily, weekly, quarterly, or yearly basis. Things you have to do for you. I have to exercise, do my hair, or I'll just put hair. Recently, I've been doing it myself, like all this year, so the last 3 months. But before I used to make appointments, nails. This year, I decided I'm not doing any nails because I took my nails off and my nails are gone. Like my real nails, I'm like, screw it. You just on these lives, you're just gonna get these regular nubs until they grow back. And when they grow back, you're gonna get these regular grow backs. I'm not doing the fake ones anymore. It's just my decision. But I still gotta do something to them. Like today, I looked, so I was like, oh, I need to bring that one down. So I got exercise I have to do for me. Hair I have to do for me. Nails I have to do for me. What are some other things that you have to do for you? Let me start thinking. What are some other things I got to do for me? I have to do read. I have to read my book. I do that for me. I have to do journaling. What are the things I have to do for me? A nap. And whatever else you could think of. All right. I see some things dropping in the comments. Thank you for dropping some things to share because we're going to need some ideas. You can always Google this. You can always put in all the other things. So after the exercise, hair, this is me. Then I go to my family. All right. Now when I say family, I might even put in this area 4 sections. So my family, I put husband, Mila, Alyssa, Janiyah, or it could be husband, kids, first level families would be like mom and sister and things like that. It could be, dad. You decide, but this section is only for family. So things I need to do for my husband. Well, there's 6. It's for both of us. All right. And then I just keep it real. That's one thing Miss Hutchinson know about me is I'm gonna keep it real. And I don't believe in having a woman's group where we're a woman's company and we in here not talking about what we got to take care of our household. All right. I believe we married. Part of taking your husband is not just cooking for I don't even cook. My husband does most of the actually, I do breakfast. So my responsibility is breakfast, but he takes care of lunch and dinner. He's retired military and he loves to cook. So we're both here at the house. And so that's one thing I say on every training. Like, listen, your husband is not going to come to me and say, them paparazzi ladies is keeping us from having a happy marriage. Not this paparazzi lady. This paparazzi lady is saying, take care of your husband. Okay. All right. So husband, things like I do, quality time. So I actually exercise with my husband. That's our quality time. I was not doing it. He wants to do it, and I'm enjoying it. I don't enjoy exercising, but I enjoy the time with him. So there's exercise. My kids, there's track practice, or I'll just put track because that includes making sure she got snacks, all those things. Mila, the 3-year-old, she needs lesson plans because she's at home with us. All that things goes with their family. My business, what do I have to do for my business? I need to post to stories. I'm not listening when I'm going to do these things. I'm not listening how I'm going to do it. I'm just listing that these are things I have to do for my areas in my life. All right. And then my team, I do Sister Talk Sunday. Every Sunday I do that. And then I do trainings. And then I do other team trainings. And then I do one-on-ones for my team. Or for my business, I need to post the opportunity. I need to do follow-ups. All these things I'm listing. All right. Then the next thing I do is take another white sheet of paper and I break it down into the 7 days of the week. Now, this is literally what I used to do while I'm sitting in meetings. So so this is 3, 4. Now, it's not going to be all exactly the right way, same size, but this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday will be broken up into 2 days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I do 3 days. All right. So on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then draw lines down. All right. And there we go. We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now I'm going to take this list of all the things in my life. And here's a fun thing I found out. There's things that aren't going to make that list. Guess what they are? Not that important. All right. If you're sitting here and you're taking some time and you go through all the important people in your life and all things they need from you, and they don't make the list, it probably isn't a priority, and it may be a thing that is a priority. But are there some things you're going to forget? Are there some things I've forgotten? Yes, there's some things I've forgotten. But when we go to the next stage and we put these things into our weekly calendar, because some things are going to happen every week. And then we put some of these things into our monthly calendar because they don't happen every Monday. They might only happen on the 3rd Monday or the 4th Monday. That when something comes along and somebody says, hey, Christy, can you do such and such? Like Bitch Hutchinson, hey, Christy, can you do a Fearless Friday? I was like, sure. Let me check my calendar. Because I'm not saying I can't do it. I'm just saying I went through and put all of my priorities down that has to be done for my family. And then I put in what needs to be done for the week. And then I put those into a monthly calendar. And then I decided, okay, let me look now. Now I know every Saturday until April, I'm at track meets. And they are from the time the sun breaks to the time the sun go down. So my Saturdays are gone. So I got a message yesterday and it says, hey, what are you and your daughter doing on Saturday? I was like, track meet. I already know my Saturdays are gone. But if I had forgotten, I could have gone to my calendar in my phone. I could have gone to my calendar because I have a physical calendar. And this is fancy. This is 10 years. But my calendars, when I was doing this paper method, came from Dollar Tree. Okay. I have just in the last couple of years as a 6-figure earner in business that has a huge team has gone to this large. So if that's not your story, you haven't made 6 figures in your business or in your full-time job. I won't say your real life, your full-time job, your career job, or if you're not, if you don't have a team that is like A-lister, elite level, working their business, then you don't need this. Sis, you don't need all these things because I operated just fine with a Dollar Tree planner. Okay. So, and then you can post in the comments, where'd you get that one from? You don't need it. You don't need it. You need to go to Dollar Tree and get one for $1.25. It's not $1 anymore. And put the monthly stuff in there because that's what I had 4 years. I just recently threw them away. I could have brought them out. Did I throw all of them away? Yeah, I think I threw all of them away because I was cleaning out my office area. And I went through, I was like, why am I keeping notebooks from 2015, calendars from 2015, 16, 17? It's just time to let it go. I'm not even running my business the same way. So there's no look back to what I did in 2015 and do the same thing October. what I did in 2015, I'm not doing now in October. It's just not happening. So I then say to myself, when can I fit in Sister Talk Sunday? All right, so that's going to go on the first Sunday of every month. Now, first Sunday of every month is not going to fit on this piece of paper, but I can put in my phone first Sunday of every month. I look on here. All right, track practice. So I know I got to pick up a track practice every day at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to go down here and draw in here. That stuff falling. I'm going to draw at the bottom of this track practice at 5 p.m. Oh, also, just as a thing, on the side of this paper, I'm going to put the time, 8 to 9, going across, 9 to 10, going across. And yes, I'm at work. When I was a teacher, an assistant principal, and a coach of teachers, I'm at work between 8 to 9. So I would put in here at 8 to 9, I'm in this class. And 9 to 10, we're doing reading. And 10 to 11, we're going to lunch. What can I do from 10 to 11 when I go to lunch? Is there something on this list? Oh, my business. I need to post to my stories. So while I'm at work, at lunch, I am putting in here, post to my stories. Now I'm going to stop because y'all can't see this here. So I'm going to share my screen and show you a digital one that you can create on your own. And let me share my screen. Present, share screen, Canva, number 1, share. All right. So let me make this big and pray that you guys can see this. Yes. Okay. I think you can see it. So this is something I created, like when I'm doing sharing this with people, this concept with people. So it says, what are the areas of your life you need to plan for? So that's where the subheadings would go here. Oh, I don't think I can edit it if it's large like this, can I? Let me do this like that. There we go. So this one would be me, my family, and my business, and my team. Okay. And I know you guys are asking questions and posting things. After this live is over, I'll come back and answer the questions that you have. But others who are in here, I know you've already been doing a good job answering the questions that's in the chat. Go ahead and with your expertise and your experience, those, especially those who are watching this who know me, you probably like, I know exactly what Christy would say. Go ahead and put that in there too. And I will go back at the end of this because I want to make sure I stay on time for my schedule. It's time management, right? So for me, what I say, hair, nails, exercise, then reading and journal. Now, I will say a book that I would highly recommend, because this is how I decided where to fit some of these things in. Because after I got all these things in, I'm like, how am I going to fit this in my life? So for my husband, we're going to exercise together. For my kids, we got track practice. And then we got lesson plans for Mila, and I can keep going. For my business, I need to conversations. So I do a 5x5 every day. The 5x5 method that I use for my business, which is not related to time management, but I do 5 people, goes in the first column that I have never talked to before. So I just put their names down. Then the next column is 5 starting 5 new conversations. So people I have never talked to before. And those will come from the 5 people I put yesterday that I've never talked to. The next, so Monday, 5 people I never talked to. Then Tuesday, those 5 people I'm going to have a conversation with. Then 5 people that I need to follow up with, I think is the next column. 5 people something and 5 people something. So it's a 5x5 method that I use for conversations. So my business, I need to have conversations with people every day. Posts to stories. Then what else I need to do? Post albums. Post in VIP chat. Post in Messenger chat. Like all the things. All right. Those are some things I need to do for my team. Shout outs. One-on-ones. Posts. Personally sponsored chat, post Fashion Fix chat, post, what's other chat? I don't have that LOP chat. Rank up chat, all kind of chats are going on there. All right. So these are things I might have to do for my team. I automatically have up birthday text messages. I already go out to my team, but if that's not something I had, I'd put birthday schedule birthday messages. I have that automatically when a new personally sponsored joins my team. I put them into my text message system, and everybody automatically gets a happy birthday text. Schedule birthday text. All right, so then I go from here, and here it says what falls under each area that needs to be completed on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis. These belong inside the boxes. So hair appointments, kids sports, business meetings. I put all of those in here. Now the next form that I would go to, so let me stop sharing and come back over here to you guys. Oh, wait, oh, that's all funky. Why did I do that? Don't do that. Oh, I know why. Bam, there it is. All right, so then I'm going to share my screen again and show you the next step. How we're going to put it into a calendar. So here's the calendar. I will take this calendar and put those things in here. Now, this is a monthly calendar. I also have a weekly calendar. So monthly, let's see, I said monthly, and you can want to get fancy. You can put here circle, highlight, or whatever. Like this is for January, but we're in March, and you can change this, print this out, whatever case is. But if you have a agenda like I do, then you just open up the agenda and you place these things. Let's see if I can do a side by side here. This is how it will look. Let me see. It's going to let me share both these screens at the same time. I think it will. I have this. Oh. Stop sharing, share this tab instead. You know what? Let me stop and let me do a screen share. So it'll share the whole screen. Getting fancy. Oh, wait. I just do. Okay. Present, share screen. I want to share the whole entire screen. Yes, there we go. Okay. Share. All right, now we're sharing the whole screen. Ooh, we fancy now. Okay. Let me put these side by side. The monthly one and the here. No, here. Okay. There. All right. Now you should be able to see this. Okay. So hopefully this is working. So hair. Me, where am I going to put my hair? So let's say we're in March, and March started on, let's use this calendar here. March started on a Friday. So this would have been the first. Oh, this is, gotta do fancy stuff. I had a text and all that. I'm only doing this, guys. This is so much easier just to do this on a piece of paper or on your planner. But I just wanted you to get an idea that once you have everything here, now you need to put it. Now, the book, I don't think I even said it to you. The book that you should read is Atomic Habits. This is what I learned. Is attach something. So if I'm like, how am I going to get this done? I attach things to what I already do. So that's how I do a Tuesday tea where I talk about the books I read. Well, I was coming on Tuesday talking about things related to business anyway, but I need to start reading more books. So I was like, well, if I'm going to do a Tuesday tea, that means I have to read before I show up to a Tuesday tea. So that is what I did. I'm going to be live every Tuesday. I might as well be live every Tuesday talking about a book that I have to read. So in the beginning, I was up at like 2 o'clock. I was like, oh God, I got to go live and I haven't read the whole chapter. I'd be up at 2 o'clock in the morning reading the chapter. But guess what? I got it done. Now I'm 4 years later. I haven't been up. I've been doing a Tuesday tea for 4 years. I haven't been up at 2 o'clock in the morning reading any books ever because I've attached it to something I do. So every night when I get into bed, I read before I go to bed. And it makes falling asleep so much easier because drop a number 3 in the comments. If you read, it makes you sleepy. Yes. So I have no problems falling asleep because I read myself to sleep every single night. So exercising now, I wake up at 5:20 in the morning, and on Wednesdays and Friday, which is tomorrow. No, which is today. I went exercising at 5:20, 6:20. And so I exercise every Wednesday and Friday. Track practice is every single day. So I put that in here every single day, or it'll be on my weekly one. So I won't put things that happen every single day. I'm not going to put on the monthly one. I'll put in the weekly one because it's happening every day. And 5x5, actually, when I wake up in the morning, the 5x5 alarm goes off on my cell phone. So the good thing is my husband drives us to exercise. And so when he's driving exercise, I can do my 5x5. And what I like about that is because everybody else isn't awake, but guess whose message is going to be in their messenger the first thing they wake up? Mom! Who are they going to respond to? Me! All right, so that works for me, doing a 5x5 first thing in the morning. I may not get through all of them, but I at least can identify 5 people I need to talk to the next day. And I can have a new conversation with 5 people. And it's very easy. I go to their Facebook page and I see something that they posted and I send them a messenger like, oh, I see such and such and such and such. And they wake up to that. It's something good. Like, oh, you're so cute. Where'd you get that dress from? And who doesn't want to wake up to that kind of message in their messenger? All right. So I know I'm talking fast, but the whole gist of this thing is anytime my life gets hectic, let me get back over here because I stopped my screen share and bring it in. Anytime my life gets hectic, I know it's time to revisit this because new things happen. Like when track season is over, which is in May, then I won't need to have track on going from my list to my weekly calendar. Okay. And just so you guys can see, this is my yearly agenda. And this is what my calendar view looks like for the month of March. And this is what a daily view will look like. And so on my daily view sometimes, because it says must do, so I'll put on here like, let's see, one of these days, I'll put on here like 1 to 3 must do's. All right. So these are must do's. And then I have names of follow-ups people have to follow up on. So this is how my agenda works. But remember, my agenda did not look like this. It was a Dollar Tree one for years. So start somewhere. So what I say to you is first thing first, a piece of paper, put it in 4s, 4 areas of your life, me, your family, your business, and whatever your 4th box need to be. Mine is my team. You take these things that have to be done in your life. All right. And I think me is the first one is most important because you have to make time for yourself, whatever that implies or means for you. If going to Bible studies is your me time, if sitting in the closet and praying with God is your me time, you have to make time for those things for you. You come first. A full, satisfied, mentally healthy person can be all the things to these other boxes and areas in your life. Right. And then your family, your business, and like my team, it could be your job, your career, and then your business. Okay. So, and then your business could be split in half, business and team, because no matter how you cut it, 80% of your time is your business and your team grows off of being able to model and watch you grow. If you're spending all your time working with your team, when do they ever get to see and watch you putting things in action? 80-20. All right. There's a whole book on that too. All right. So you can look up books about the 80-20 rule. And there's like 2 books for sure, I know, on that whole topic of 80-20. If you're having a hard time giving yourself your business 80% of the time and your team. All right. That's my time. I think I only went over 4 minutes. She gave me 45. I gave myself 30. All right. So love you. I will check the comments. I'll come back and check the comments later. It'll probably be Friday evening because I have a career day today and all the things and family things. And I didn't put it in my schedule to follow up on chat. So I'll come in here and do that. I love y'all. Hope this has helped somebody. Drop any suggestions that you have if your schedule and time management is working for you. And bye. Oh, before I end this, I did want to say, I put on here Christy Farmer of Cure the Most Accessories because I don't do any paparazzi on my personal page. So before you guys go over there and send me all these friend requests and you follow me, there's literally nothing for you to see over there on my personal page about paparazzi. So you should find me at Cuter Than Most Accessories on my business page. And that is where you can see and all things I do relate to paparazzi accessories business. All right, that's it.